Good morning, I hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Weens. I'm in Koh Kood, which is one of the most well-preserved, gorgeous, and pristine islands in Thailand. You'll find amazing jungle here and beaches, delicious seafood, and today is going to be an unforgettable day. We're going to go around the island. We're going to stop at some of the most beautiful places on the island, and this is going to be a tour of Koh Kood, and I am going to share it all with you in this video right now. This is day 8 and this is the final day of our Eastern Provinces of Thailand food and travel tour. It's been an amazing trip and I'll have the links and the entire playlist below so you can watch all the videos. In order to get to Koh Kood, yesterday actually we came from Koh Chang, but we drove our car to Koh Chang, so we had to take the ferry back to the mainland. Then we drove to a place called Lam Sok, which is the pier at the end of the peninsula, to catch a ferry. We took a ferry, it's called Bun Siri, which is a speed ferry service, but a pretty big boat, so it's not rough water. And that's about an hour and 15 minutes to get to Koh Kood Island. And then from there, you jump into the back of a Rotsongtail, which is a truck transportation, and they drop you off at your hotel that you're staying at. Right now, we're gonna quickly have breakfast at the hotel, and then a driver will come to meet us, and we're gonna start cruising around the island. This is gonna be an unforgettable day. This is a gorgeous island. They have seriously good pineapple in Trat. Part of the reason why Koh Kood is so nice and so calm and so peaceful is because you can't drive your own car to the island. They don't have a ferry to bring your car here. And they have Rotsongtails, which are back of the truck pickups that you can rent for the day. So we rented one for the day. We're gonna go around. It's looking a little rainy, but you know, this is an island, so things can change drastically very quickly. Geng Het Summit. ไม่เคยกิน
ขมนะ
I've read some figures that say Koh Kood has a local population of somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 people, and so there's not a huge need for demand for local restaurants. So we asked our driver to just bring us to a place that he eats for breakfast, a local place. This is about as local as you can get in Koh Kood. They have a number of different curries. It's mostly khao gang, but they also have kueh tiao. They also have noodles here. They have a couple interesting dishes, including a mushroom curry that we're gonna try. But this is a cool little spot. I'll begin with the gengai ban, which is a free-range chicken. There's some blood jelly in here as well. The chicken, some pea eggplant, some, I think that could be, oh yeah, these are definitely one of the most common ingredients in Trat, especially with curries, is na saparot, which is the pineapple crowns. I think that's what they're using in there too. That is awesome. You know what's unique about that? I can taste more of a dry spice blend in there. It tastes like cumin, which is coming in really nicely, along with those herbs, along with the kaffir lime leaves, along with the na saparot, which is the pineapple crown. It's a little bit spicy. It's really nicely flavored. That's an excellent curry. By far the most interesting dish to me that they had up front there is called Geng Het Summit. This is a type of mushroom curry that I haven't heard of before. I think it's some type of a wild mushroom from the forest here. And look how thick that coconut milk is. That's like melted butter. Oh, that's an insane mushroom. Okay, first let me start with the coconut cream. That's outrageously thick and creamy and rich. It has a natural coconut sweetness to it with a little chili in there. And then you get to that mushroom. That mushroom has this like unbelievably slimy yet soft, very soft, dissolve in your mouth texture. And that follows with a bitterness, a really nice bitterness that sort of overwhelms your mouth. I love bitterness. That is sensational. You know what the texture of those mushrooms is like? It's almost like the texture of an oyster. Wait, did you taste it?
Yeah.
You like it?
It's good, but khủng.
Bitter. I was just asking them where those mushrooms come from, and conveniently located right there. It said they grow somehow on this tree.
ที่ล้ำอยู่ที่ใบแล้วตกดินก่อนแล้วก็จะงอกจากดินขึ้น
มันมีความชื้นตอนหน้าฝน
After the leaves drop to the ground naturally, especially with rain, right? During like rain, they'll drop to the ground and then the mushrooms will grow out of the ground from that leaf. Something like that. Very cool mushroom, very amazing bitter taste to go with that coconut cream. I love it. They don't exactly have a restaurant name. I think maybe just the owner's name, but it's called Saloon. This is the front here. You'll see some green tarps hanging out front. What a great little restaurant. And yeah, we got lucky with that mushroom curry. That is the type of dish that gets me pumped, that gets me excited. That was so good. A new flavor, a new mushroom to me. Just right off the tree, right there. Oh man, that was delicious. Okay, we're moving on. And by the way, huge thank you to our driver for bringing us here. This is the type of jungle that you can imagine yourself swinging from tree to tree on a vine. Well, I like to imagine that. That would be a lot of fun. We're on our way to some really old, big trees. The first tree is called Makayak. It's a huge, that means a huge maca tree. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a gigantic tree that just looks like it reaches to the sky. And the base of the tree is also quite gigantic. Wow. And then it kind of like V's off midway up the tree. Then just a short distance away is another tree called Tunsai, which is a banyan tree. It's so eerie and so mystical. Both of the trees extremely gorgeous, and what a pristine jungle. Next up, we're on our way to Gong Chao Waterfall, which is one of the most well-known waterfalls. It does require a little bit of rock hopping to get to the main waterfall. Oh yeah, that water is perfectly refreshing. It's so quiet, it's so peaceful, it's beautiful, it's lush. Oh, this is fantastic. It's raining now, but that waterfall is definitely worth a visit, definitely worth a swim. I'm refreshed. That was a lot of fun. That was great. Okay, we're on our way. Oh man, the camera is like soaking right now. We're driving next to a place called Kaurerop. I'm not exactly sure what it is. We'll find out. So at the top it's actually a shrine, and it's like a naval shrine, I believe. Next we're driving to another beach. It's called Bang Bao. Oh man, this is one of the beaches I wanted to visit in Koh Kood. This is It's a paradise beach. Wow, there's some docks going out to fishing boats. The water is crystal clear, the palm trees. This is an impressively beautiful beach. I'm just gonna take a walk out to the end of this dock to see the boats and see the clear water out there. And then we have to take a swim here. There's no way you cannot. And from here, we're gonna go to the fishing village. We're gonna hopefully find some amazing seafood, and that's also it looks incredible. That's one of the things I wanted to do most here. But this is the type of beach, I mean, you could just sit in this water all day long and not go anywhere. Oh, this is fabulous. This is so good.
I tried to tell him to go, he said no.
He doesn't want to go. Yeah. Micah just wants to stay here all day. Part of what makes that beach so spectacular is that it's so quiet, so peaceful. We just got dropped off at Ao Yai, which is a traditional fishing village. It's on the west coast of Koh Kood and also on the south side. We're gonna walk around for a little bit and then we're gonna eat some seafood. It's actually quite a decently large village, all on stilts, a fishing village. Yeah, you just keep walking back and there are houses, there are little restaurants, but most of this community is all fishing. Wow, look at that school of fish.
ไอ้หอยเนี่ยกินได้ปะวะ
อันนี้ครับอันนี้ใช่ไหม
ฮะ
กินได้ครับ
เอาทำอะไรกินนะคะ
เขากินกับวาซาบิ
ขายไงอะคะถ้าเป็นอีตัวอย่างเงี้ย
ตัวก็น่าจะตัวละ250
They have a number of different seafood restaurants. We've chosen one that's called Chontisa. You can choose your own seafood. They have some tanks going with different shellfish and variety of things, and then they have these giant nets just filled with fish. I ordered a couple of unique things that I've never tried before. We also ordered some kind of, it's some type of a slipper lobster. It's just straight sea to table dining. They have herbs growing here. The ocean breeze is in your face. And I'm hungry. A couple of the dishes have just arrived and still waiting on a couple of dishes, but let's start. This one is muktad gatiem. It's squid fried with a garlic sauce. Look at that rich sauce. And look at how they've cut up the squid into like, it looks like a pineapple. My bench is a little bit high for this table, so I'm sitting way up here. I gotta lean over. Oh, that's awesome. You've got the garlic sauce and black pepper in there. It's a little bit sweet, nice and salty, and then like the texture of the squid is like, it's like bouncy and almost like jellyish and really tender. Next dish is called Gengkua Saparot Gung. This is a type of curry. You can see what you have to admire is just how thick and curdled that coconut milk is, paired with what I believe is the mankung, which is the shrimp tamale head oil. But you've got really rich coconut milk in there. You can taste that oil of the shrimp. It looks really orange and red, but it doesn't actually, it's not spicy. In Thai, it's called hoi ngok, and ngok is rambutan, the fruit, the hairy, spiky rambutan little fruit. And so you can see the shell does sort of look like that too, and I just looked it up in English. It's some type of a rock shell mollusk. Oh, another name for it is a murex, which is a genus of medium to large sized predatory tropical sea snails. I mean, it's served as sashimi, it's served raw, but they might just quickly flash blanch it. They have sliced it quite thin. And before using any of the sauce, we gotta take just a bite of the straight. Oh,
หอยหอย
that has an amazing like crispness to it.
พ่อ
Wow.
พอพ่อแบบนี้ใช่ปะ
And also quite a nice natural sweetness as well. Actually, as you keep on chewing, it almost has a nutty taste to it too, but plus it's sweet. Okay, we gotta dip in the namjim seafood next. Oh, with that sauce. Oh, what an enhancement. That sauce. Again, I think Trat style they use salt. Maybe instead of fish sauce, but you can taste the pungent chilies and garlic in there. It's just balanced by a hint of sweetness and spicy. It's delicious. Dip into the soy sauce. Oh, that's a dish. I must have gotten a different piece of the shell from a different side or something because it's more tender without that crunch. Totally different texture. Next up for these type of slipper lobsters, which in Thai are called gangadan, gangadan. And these are deep fried with garlic sauce as well. They kind of have a little bit of an alien appearance with like an armored shell around them. And I think what you can do, oh, they've sort of like cut them in half. Oh, so you open it, but that's like an extremely hard shell. And I think you take off the head. You've got this tail, which is like a mini lobster tail. Wow, that's quite an intense shell. Oh, there we go, yes. Okay, I got it all out in one bite. Insanely delicious. It tastes like lobster. It has a little more of an earthy tone to it though. Last dish we got is called hoi paw, which is, they look like giant clams, but I didn't know they were gonna deshell them for that. They shelled them for us. That's an entire spoonful, and then fried it up with some kind of a curry paste and basil. Wow. That's kind of on the chewy side. It tastes like a clam, like a giant clam. And then that's in kind of a nutty chili sauce. As we're eating, it started raining, drizzling, but still the atmosphere is spectacular. This one is just a little guy, but I know it would be incredible with that seafood sauce on it. Oh yeah, oh what a natural scoop. Those slipper lobsters are incredible. Really flavorful, really sweet. I love the texture, and with that sauce. That is incredibly delicious. And really, there are like at least 3 different sections that have totally different textures and sweetnesses. That piece that I just had, that might be from like the center or something, because it's the sweetest and the softest. It's really tender. Finished with that seafood meal, and I have to tell you, one of my like indicators of kind of iffy food is when they put an orchid next to your plate of food. I mean that's of course just a general statement, but it's kind of true that they kind of tone down the flavors when they do that type of thing. But they did that at this restaurant, and actually it was quite good. The food was excellent. The seafood is no doubt extraordinarily fresh, and I'm excited because they had a few different things, unique things that I've never had, like that predatory rock shell murex. We made it back to Klong Prao, back to the beach where we started off this morning. What a fantastic day. Oh, let me sit up a little bit. It turned out to be a perfect day. We got a little bit of rain, but that's okay. We got a little bit of sunshine. We had some cloudy weather, but Koh Kood is truly a paradise island. I mean, the combination of beaches, waterfalls, thick, lush jungle, seafood, crystal clear beaches. I probably already said that once, but it's really a gorgeous island. It's also nice because it's quiet, it's laid back, and to be honest, there's not a lot of food options. Most people actually just come to this island, they stay at their resort or their hotel, they eat the food at their hotel and maybe go out to do a little bit of sightseeing, but this is the type of island that you can come to sit and do nothing. And that not only brings us to the end of this video about Koh Kood Island, but this also brings us to the end of this entire series. And if you haven't watched the entire series of this eastern region of Thailand food and travel tour, there are a total of 8 videos. I'll leave all the links in the description box below, but you can check out and watch the entire playlist. It's been, the entire eastern region of Thailand is a region that, for me, I think the food is very underrepresented. Even in Bangkok, you won't find that much Eastern Thai food. And so it's been a learning experience, some incredibly delicious food. The seafood stands out, some of the best seafood I've had in Thailand. The people are great. We've been to villages. We started off in Chantaburi, we came to Trat, we went to Koh Chang, and then finally ending in Koh Kood. And it's been an extremely memorable trip. I just want to say a huge thank you for watching this video, for watching this entire series of videos. And I want to personally invite you, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you click subscribe now and also click the little bell icon so that you get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye from Koh Kood. And I will see you on the next video.